on Battle in the Dunes. The sniping match. Llamas, tell us about the map.
Well, Battle in the Dunes is, okay, my personal least favorite map in the entire Guns of Icarus repertoire.
What?
Because it is a large, open map which is drastically overplayed in pub lobbies. It is a large open map with rolling dunes on the floor. In two main features of cover, the Leviathan and the Ribs, with minor pieces of cover, battleships and engines strewn across the map. The main feature apart from the Leviathan and the Ribs is the band of rolling cloud that comes across the center of the map, separating the two teams. So not only normal cloud, you have sandstorms, which are unique to this map and to its capture point equivalent as described.
And
But
since
on two
all
ship
the
loadouts.
teams loaded in, let's start with the ship loads for the Crimson Sky Menace. It's a galleon
First,
demo, piloted by Diehard Zero. I'm sorry, Llamas, I will not give you the pleasure of calling them with names. It's a galleon with a double lumberjack one side and no, it's actually a roger camera on the other side, with a bench on the back. And it's all like the designated driver, powered by running tree, a junker with Hades, Artemis, and Scatwood on the other side.
and for the Brazilian Emporium team, we have the MUS Kafka's Angel, piloted by DJ Logicalia. It is a double lumberjack Mercury on the left side, with standard Quacha carronade on the right side, harpoon on the back, of course.
Yes.
And is allied with the Sliced and Dice, piloted by Soderholm. It has a center Mercury. On the left wing we have a bottom Hades and a Banshee. Also a flag gun. I'm not sure how the arcs work on that Hades. And on the right side we have a bottom flag and top Artemis.
Well, aside from the fact that that galleon is gonna stick 2 km range maximum, that side Hades and the mill blades, I mean, it can actually aim directly forward in the bottom deck. So you could get the trifecta quadfecta with the Mercury, flag, and Artemis.
Good
But
lord,
it's-
we have the definition of an extreme long-range engagement at the moment, which by my reckoning is about 2.5 kilometers, the separation between the teams at the moment.
I can see you on the moon, I will shoot you with my lumberjack. This is Battle in the Dunes.
The
Snapping.
CSM is camping in the Ribs. Their Hades woefully not having much chance at this kind of range. That is no disparagement against the skill of the gunners trying to hit a Mobula and a Galleon in excess of 2.5 ranges. 2.5 Ks, pardon. It's actually out of range. The shots are despawning before they hit, so...
Once you not believe it. Hey, just coming back from the mill, but it's actually, this one is in range. Oh yeah, the mill is more forward than the galleon. Slice and Dice actually staying very low for his Mercury and Artemis against the double lumberjack of the galleon. Let's
The
see.
Kafka's Hair Gel is getting some good, actually, lumberjack hits on the demo room. They are taking some balloon damage and dropping down. Designated driver is just chilling behind the pipes because there is absolutely nothing he can do at this kind of range.
And I guess the
Actually
galleon would
soaking
be
up
the
a good amount
east.
of fire. There is a lot of bullets whistling through that gap, which is kudos to everyone on the Brazilian team for the accuracy of their shots. Balloon goes
I think the junk actually shot some. Yeah, it's shooting the Slice and Diced. Who is
very
actually
nice.
inside
I
of
guess
its
the Hades.
range.
Oh yes. He won't be in range for the Artemis, but with Hades they can expect to get some hits.
I mean, it's still a mill, but you can see he's going up and down a little bit. Maybe just. Oh my god, the balloon on the mill is on fire. 1 second fire, will they be able to fix it? Yes, they just did it. I'm spraying all the way. I'm spraying the mill, who does that? Guardless Millball and Junker just trading shots, and Kafka's Helga just repositioning, not supporting his ally who is getting shot by all the ships.
So this is giving me flashbacks to the bad old days of sniping meta on dunes when every match was double modular versus double modular.
Und die Mobile lost balloon. Designated by pushing
Yes.
forward.
Good shots coming out, activating the drogue shoot from the slice and diced. But it is as I feared. The fact that they have a front Mercury means that they're just going to stay as far enough back that it doesn't matter the balloon pops, because they still have arc.
But they have no one shooting the Mercury. I think it's it's probably the pilot shooting the Mercury before all the other people shooting Artemis flag days.
I'm not sure if the flag's in range at the moment, so...
It might
That's
not be in
interesting, they
range,
have-
but the balloon
They
engineer
have
is
3
busy.
engineers on this ship and not a single buff. But all 3 of them have Lesmok. I mean, that should have been a warning.
Slice and Dice actually pushing forward.
Yeah, quite aggressively.
Kafka's Hergel
Ooh, but the
in no
designated
position to
driver,
support.
that is a risky maneuver. Risky. Because what they've done at the moment, they have separated... I mean, this is not a small separation. We are talking about a kilometer
Kilometer.
separation between them at the moment. It's over a K. Which
Means
means the sliced dice can push
Oh,
the
Slice and
down
Dice.
with the double lumberjack. Double lumberjack coming out on the sliced and diced.
I mean, the problem that the Brazilian Cup Emporium is facing is that it's their allies in position that cannot actually get as close as the designated driver does at the moment.
Oh, this is a beautiful flank. Or if the designated driver can push forward, they can actually get directly in between the sliced and diced and their ally. Hades and Artemis coming out on the sliced and diced. Armor's down.
Oh, Dämmerung also lost armor and balloon.
Oh, that is
Gallon
nice.
still hitting through the
Balloon is
cloud.
down. Yeah, Dämmerung has... Ooh, their armor's actually gone down as well.
They actually lost some engines. What's happening? Things I'm having fun with the
Oh,
Nobel,
there's
I
the
suppose.
Artemis coming out from the Nobula, yeah. That is some discipline focused fire.
That
The
Gallon
Galleon
is
is now changing target onto the designated driver. Both changing target onto the designated driver, who is now stuck in the open with nothing in the way of cover.
and they're pushing forward. Well, not forward towards the enemy, but forward to the other side of the map.
Well, I think that's actually the right move if you look at the number of shots whistling just behind them.
Guess so,
Well, dude,
but
let's go down on the designated driver.
arm horse dice.
Down goes the Halama. We're not going to see any flags at this range, but we might see Artemises, Artemi, plural Artemis. I think they only have one Artemis on their team, so we will see a single
Yeah,
Artemis.
the
shooting.
Nobel has the ownership of the Artemis. It has a less more light flag, but they don't seem to be using it very often.
Okay, yeah,
Oh.
you'll have to quickly remind me. The heavy mortar lumberjack, does that only do flechette damage, or does that do burst damage as well?
It also
Since
does
it's mortar.
shatter direct damage, but it's not very much. I think you can
Shatter,
disable
okay.
it like with one hit, and the Slice and Dice take an immense amount of focus
Dice.
fire. Oh my god, they got
Overextended,
destroyed!
That was beautiful. All this time I was expecting the designated driver to take the worst of that engagement, and
Might
they managed
just
to hold on.
get it. If the Kafka Circle gets Lumberjack on that balloon, they could grind it out right here and right now.
Right, so yeah.
CSM is having
By
none
now.
of it, they're just pushing forward. They don't
All you
care.
have to do is wait for like another 10 minutes, and then this match will be over. CSM is actually taking a very aggressive push. They know that the Kafka's hair gel is very separated from their ally. There's not much they can do in the way of retreating, however. There's also very little CSM can do to approach them, because after they get past this engine, which they're currently camped behind, there is no cover, and you don't want to charge the double lumberjack galleon because you will get popped and you will fall.
Well, at least they have
Which
the
incidentally-
Dementio stay back and shoot their own double Lumberjack against the Kafka Circle and have the Junker charge in maybe.
That's actually exactly what is happening at the moment. I mean, both galleons are losing their balloons fairly consistently.
Dementio,
I mean,
oh my
both
god.
of them are down at the moment.
That Mercury's doing a number on that Guardian. And Designated Power just randomly shooting one Artemis at Dementio because why not try to kill the other when you're on it?
So the Mobile is coming in for a flank. I mean, this is a good position for them. They have the Galleon pinned down behind the engine with actually constant lumberjack shots on their balloon, so
But
Galleon
Demon
will
seems to be able
engage.
to be in cover now.
Now, Trooper designated drivers now the focus. We'll see. I'm not going to count any now because, as we saw in that first kill, it's all just holding.
Oh,
those
slice and
overextended.
dice. It's getting focused fire, and it's actually poking hydrogen against his lumberjacks to touch everything in long range. All these haters, all of them doing a number of damage, setting everything on fire, even guns on fire on that shit. Oh dear. Oh, losing armor and balloon. Artemis is raining in. On all the ship, damage of Hades and lumberjack. Not too much though. And Kafka's Hegel is actually getting a flank on this Galleon over here.
Yeah, they've actually managed to negate the only cover, which...
Oh, Galleon needing a lot of
Oh,
focus
wow.
fire in return.
Well, I'm actually getting news from the voice in my ear that the Praetorians actually lost to the Centurions.
What?
They went down 5-4, which means the Centurions, which is... well, I guess they're both Roman teams. So Centurions will be moving onwards to the semi-finals, I think they're up to now.
Oh, damn wrong, losing armor and balloon. And they go down.
Down they go.
Slice and
now the
dice
designated driver.
was always in a constant fire against the designated driver, but the Junker was just not accurate enough to get enough pressure on, but now they did manage to just with the armor
Sliced
getting
and
some
diced.
Artemis.
Oh dear. They're actually out of range of the Artemis? No, they're not.
They have less smoke Artemis, and I think even normal Artemis would be in range for this. But now the designated driver is
But yes!
was getting shot by the Galleon.
This
Oh
match will go on to verse the Praetorians, and down they go. That explosive.
Yeah, well, the winner of this match will go ahead against the Praetorians. The Centurions will go again ahead against the winner of between the Mad Hatters and TT. It's gonna be interesting. However, Dementio already spawned back in, just waiting behind this cloud you were talking about in another match. The only spawn that provides any sort of cover for this side.
Yep, and the other thing to keep in mind is the Sliced and Diced does have very little permahull left. I mean, they are very comfortably at stage 3.
And they're very comfortable
armor
ramming
goes
down
down.
like Llamas.
That's true, that's true. It means, unfortunately, if their armor does go down, then the Sliced and Diced isn't going to be in a good position.
Oh, they're facing the wrong way though, but I don't think it matters much at the moment. But on this hate is Lumberjacks raining in against the only ship that's spotted.
Alright, so we have spots coming out on both ships that we have lost the spot on the Dameron temporarily.
Kafka Circle going against the Dementio once more, even though the Dementio's
And interestingly
unspotted.
enough, they're both focusing the Kafka's hair gel, despite the fact that the Slice and Dice is damaged, but Balloon goes down on the Kafka's.
Maybe they realize how much of a threat that smoke with double Lumberjack actually isn't it? And oh my god, that Gallon taking very, very good focus fire, losing balloon and armor.
Meanwhile, the Dameron also took some quite impressive focus fire there. Their armor took a bit of a beating, and the Balloon almost went down.
But now that Hegel is
Meanwhile, the
behind the cover.
designated driver always in arc of both of them. That's not a good position to be in. They're continuing to aim for the Kafka's head.
Flags! We can see flags in this range. Oh my god. The balloon burning down due to hates and flags actually of the designated driver. Yeah, they're moving into cover against the cover. And still hitting Lumberjack.
Sliced and Diced almost has their balloon down. This could be the chance that CSM was looking for.
They're missing a few haters, very
Yes.
detrimental haters actually. They did mention
Actually,
this for
that's
the
nice.
balloon.
The balloon pop dropping them down into arc and then out of arc. Balloon went down temporarily. Unfortunately, the designated driver and the Dammer were in no position to capitalize on that. Designated driver is pinned on the dunes, heavily disabled.
Yeah, this
Armor
the
is
Kafka
almost
Sega
down,
is
and
just
flak
too
down.
accurate with that, and oh my god. Focus
Ooh,
fire
that
once
flak,
more.
that was... Down they go.
Hades gets a kill. Even though Slice and Dice has such a low hull health, CSM is in no position to really make usage of their low health. You can see the shots are just
Yeah,
not
because
accurate
the-
enough, and when it is for the bloom of the Millpool, it drops so quickly, they miss another volley of shots coming in. Not able
Yeah,
to
I
get
mean,
a quick kill.
the accuracy of the shots from the Brazilian hat Emporium, I think that's what they're called, forgive me if I'm wrong, is actually very impressive. It means that CSM has a very little chance to properly respond fire. I mean, if you look at the moment, I mean, yes, it's the rear gun that's down at the moment, but they are under consistent fire, meaning they can't shoot their Hades. And the lumberjacks are consistently getting hit, meaning they have to be repaired and not shot, essentially.
And the Gallant, they have 2 engineers up, they just want to tank it out and wait for the Allies to come back, and they're actually trying to get a flank position like Gallium with the junk over here. But is the Demon able to survive long enough to allow this ally this opportunity?
We've actually had an interesting spawn from the designated driver. I'm not sure if that was entirely intentional, because he did mention possible deploying issues. But either way, he's coming in behind the Kafka's hair gel, probably going to try and get some close range action in on him, while unfortunately the Demeril does go down.
Yeah, I guess the designated driver wanted to spawn in the lower spawn. I think there's one in C1, so they get a quicker shot against the Kafka's Hedgel. And this spawn is, I think, it had trouble in the past that ships couldn't spawn there. Maybe the Gallon was blocking it. You said something about fixing these spawn issues, but they keep happening. And the Demon spawning right next to the signal.
Kafka's Hedgehog has taken some heavy fire. I mean, armor is almost down. A few more Hades and that will be down. Engines going down.
Demon does not
is
have
bringing their
hydrogen,
guns
so it's gonna take a while to go.
slowly into arc.
Slice and Dice now back in
That is
engagement.
Ooh, Hades comes out. Doesn't get too many disables, but the Kafka's Hedgehog is already in a bad way. Designated driver. Interesting arc as they're approaching. They're at the edge of the map, that's their problem.
Yeah, the edge of the map. They're turning to the close range now, but they already took some heavy cannon shots to the balloon. And Slice and Dice just
down.
Slice and Dice just keep shooting the Hades. No, they actually switch to the Galleon, who is closing on the Slice and Dice.
Damron has got the... Ooh, he's taking actually
Where are the flags?
with the sliced and diced.
There are the flags.
Meanwhile, the
Oh my
designated
god.
driver is rolling with the Kafka's Agile.
That Galleon might just
But it
die
looks like
before
the
his
Damron-
ally does again. And it gets
And-
the Brazilian Cup and probably the kill and the victory.
Indeed, that match goes 5-1 to the Brazilian hat Emporium. And they will now go on to fight against the Praetorians.